Okay. So, first of all, my name is Dr. Osaze Obaseki Osemige. We've been having classes together. I work with Plage Metaverse. And we have the most unique style of training in Africa, if not the whole world right now. It's developed proudly here in Nigeria, not Osage, it's Osaze. This system is proudly developed here in Nigeria, and Africans are taking it far and wide. It may interest you to know that we have over 2,000 trainers and facilitators with us, spread over 15 countries. So you'll be having students from several countries. This Zoom is being recorded because we cannot take every single student into the Zoom. As you can see, it's hitting the 1,000 mark, and others cannot join. So because of that, we are going to record this and send to the class for others to watch. Okay, but before we go ahead, I would like to find out if your hand is raised up, please just bring it down, just lower your hand so that if you need to ask a question, we can call you and you raise your hand. Somebody is saying no sound. Can you hear me? Just type yes. Can you hear me? So everybody can hear me. So if you can't hear me, then it's very likely you have issues with your sound. Lower your hands, please. Say fast, lower your hand. Esther Agi, lower your hands. Please. Obiagele, I'm asking people to lower their hands. You are raising your hands. Rebecca Ede, you are raising your hands, stop lowering your hands. Okay. I want to take comments from one or two persons. Our guest speaker is not going to waste much time here, just 30 minutes with us, and then that's all. I want to listen to two persons or three persons to tell us their experience in the class and what they think about this training. And if they have any challenge, if you have any challenge, this is an opportunity for you to say it. And please lower your hands if you've raised it so that we don't confuse you with somebody else. I think we'll bother to just go ahead without going on with this section because people are just raising their hands and it's very wrong. Right now, we don't even know who is asking and who is just raising hands up. So I think we'll suspend that section. It's unfortunate that it's difficult to make things happen under this kind of circumstance because nobody wants to follow simple instruction. We'll go on straight to our facilitator, our guest speaker. His name is Emmanuel Ogumbi. He'll be telling us briefly for just 30 minutes about HR within the Nigerian circle. And I think this will be to some extent applicable to other Africans. We want to domesticate the whole discussion. We've done everything we need to do about HR in class. And I want to believe you had your experiences. We wanted to discuss it here, but unfortunately, because of people raising their hands, we cannot do that anymore. Yeah, so let's go ahead with talking to Mr. Emmanuel Ogumbi. Mr. Emmanuel Ogumbi, are you there? Let me unmute you, please.
Thank you, Dr. Zazi.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Yeah, thank you. Please, we will make this as quick as possible. Just 30 minutes. We've done massively well in the WhatsApp class. There's nothing that was not touched as far as international human resources is concerned. We just want to answer some few questions. Just talk about CIPM mostly. Talk about CIPM, the entry routes to CIPM, and their recent affiliation to the UK chartered body. Then your advice for those that might want to go into CIPM, and most likely also if those outside Nigeria can also be members of CIPM. Then if you want to have one or two things to talk about becoming an HR personnel, fine, and the career route and the other opportunities that are there as consultants and other things just like you. So over to you, Mr. Emmanuel.
Yeah, thank you, Doctor. And again, thanks for all the rigor of the past 3 days series of lectures that are well thought out and very deep. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ogungbu Emmanuel, as Dr. Zazie have mentioned, the lead consultant annual consulting is a chartered HR firm, and we've been around for close to 15 years doing HR. I want to congratulate tonight everyone that has participated in this series of HR program. Why will I congratulate you? I've looked at the content with keen interest, and I realized that there are deep topic that I will advise that we take it up from here. Don't just let your reading, your study of this content stop at the point of either obtaining your certificate and probably at the end of the day you get a job. It's a deep knowledge-based series in the last 3 days. So I want to congratulate everyone who had participated and welcome you on board on your route to becoming professional. It's a noble discipline, it's a noble profession. Human resource management is a noble profession. I've said it some time ago at a fora, that hardly will you see any states, any government across the world, their key focus and project is targeted at human capital development. And that is why I first of all congratulate everyone who had participated here, because you can always find a space for yourself, irrespective of where you are, irrespective of your country, irrespective of your location. You can always find a space for yourself. There are so many value chains in human resource management. And the beautiful thing about the series and the lecture content that you've just had that is concluding tonight is that is a wide covered content. It has spoken about international human resource management. It has talked about so many things, talk about dimension, talk about cultural, and all of that. I don't want to bother you about all what you have done. But one thing I want to say tonight is you are on your way to becoming professional, and there are platforms, and of which one of it, I hope we are hearing me. If you're also hearing me, please kindly indicate from the type, yes, if you are hearing me, so that I will know you are getting it. And doctor, please let me know if the audio is working. So as I was saying, that the training that have been taking place in the last 3 days is loaded and is critical to your tendency to become professional. And just like I said, you can find a space for yourself in the area of human resource management in any capacity you want to build for yourself. It's a multifaceted discipline. There are aspects of training, there are aspects of recruitment, there are aspects of employee engagement, different level, and you can find a way to key into any of this value chain. And becoming professional, we have, particularly in Nigeria, Chartered Institute of Personnel Management of Nigeria. That is the regulating body for human resource practitioners in Nigeria. And just a few months ago, early this year, the same institute become an affiliate of Chartered Institute of Personnel Development UK. And what that means is that there is an international dimension to the professionalism that you have just engaged into becoming a professional human resource practitioner. Right now, what you are doing may be different from what you have just studied. A lot of people today who are human resource specialists, who are human resource managers in multinationals, came from different backgrounds, but find their way into human resource practice by way of taking training just like you are doing now. And that is why tonight, one of the takeaway that I want every participant to do is not to narrow your mind to just obtaining this certificate. The beautiful thing about obtaining the certificate tonight is that it gives you a leverage in becoming a member through the different routes that we have in CIPM. CIPM is Chartered Institute of Personnel Management of Nigeria, and that is a regulating body for human resource practitioners in Nigeria. And becoming a member, we have about 4 different layers of becoming a member. Number 1 is through examination. You pass through exams. The beautiful thing is these exams are online, and you register as a student. You are given admission. You kickstart by taking the exams from one level to the other. And in a space of 2 to 3 years, this exam can be completed from foundation level to becoming an associate member. That is through exams. Before we leave tonight, I will also drop the website and, of course, contact that you can reach out to for further inquiry as being climbing the ladder of professionalism in HR. We also have practitioners route. For some of us who are participating in this training tonight, you probably have been practicing HR, but you have not been professionalized. I will also advise that to build a robust career for yourself in this field, you must become professional, particularly if you're already practicing as an HR. It gives you leverage in your office. You are open to knowledge. You are open to practical experience, practical sharing. You belong to a community of professionals that will share experiences with you and network. And so this practitioner's route is you are exempted from writing examination. One beautiful thing about tonight's program is that the certificate that you will be getting tonight can also be part of the makeup of certifications that you need to put together to be on your way to being admitted into the associate membership of CIPM. You are expected to attend a number of training, including that which will also be organized by CIPM as part of the entry requirement. It's a training, probably you are not going to be running exams at that level, just pass through a training, a workshop, kind of, in addition to some of the certification you're already doing now, from Plage and annuals being involved. You have a lot of leverage to get being admitted into it. We have, for those who are in the military, we also have a special route for them, which also similar to that of the practitioner's route. You depending on your rank and exposure in your career. For example, you are expected to have been a management level staff, but no less than 7 years for you to pass through the practitioner's route without necessarily writing exams. So I will advise tonight that everyone who has taken this course take a step further, not only to also study these courses, these materials that have been given in the last 3 days, but you must also make up your mind to building your career as becoming an HR practitioner. For example, some of the things you may just need may just be an industrial experience, industrial attachment. Maybe in any of the companies around, depending on your location and where you are, we will be glad to give you letters for industrial experience, and you could go have your experience attached to HR department in different organizations, particularly getting these few practical experience, hands-on experience on human resource management. It doesn't matter your background, maybe your first degree, your second degree, or whatever may not be in human resource management, but for the fact that you have started taking training and courses in international human resource management at this level, as further make it giving you a leverage. That's giving you a leverage to becoming an HR professional. And just like I said a while ago, you can find a space for yourself in the value chain. There are training. For example, what Plage is doing currently as find a fit. Plage may not bother himself, herself as an organization with recruitment, but it has carved a niche for itself in the area of capacity building. And so I'm glad to announce to all training providers tonight all facilitators on this platform that this course you are taking right away is part of the authentication, not minding your background, where you're coming from, your course of study, for the fact that you have started taking courses in human resource management. If you look very well at the content, some of the content of the training that have been done in the last 3 days, there are aspects of training, there are aspects of capacity building, which is part of what some of you training providers, facilitators have been doing. So you have simply authenticated what you are doing with Plage by going through the education, and even the student who might eventually in the future graduate into facilitators and trainers. So you can create a value chain for yourself by being a trainer. You can also create a value chain for yourself by being just a recruitment agent. Take more training on recruitment processes and carve a niche for yourself and open a market for yourself. There are organizations today who have outsourced their recruitment processes, and you can key into such organization. There are outsourcing aspects of human resource management, which you can also key into by just outsourcing. Carve a niche, take more training on outsourcing. That may just be what you are doing, and spread your market, advertise yourself, take advantage of platforms, social media, and all of that, that you are a major in recruitment exercise. And so organizations begin to contact you for recruitment. You may not know to be a generalist. HR, a generalist is such professional who do a bit of recruitment, a bit of training, a bit of capacity building, and general human capital development, even staff auditing. You could major yourself in staff audits and several other value chain in human resource management. You may not be everywhere, but you could just concentrate on a particular aspect and choose for yourself what is convenient and where your capacity can carry you. And sometimes the beautiful thing about this profession is that it is a noble career that you could also do some few other things. This may not even have much issues around your primary background. Today, I said it on this platform some time ago, that one of the leading HR consulting firm in Nigeria today is owned by a medical doctor. He's a very prominent member of our professional body. Maybe some of us may be hearing Seamless HR. The MDC of Seamless HR is a medical doctor. And today is a major, a guru to be reckoned with in human resource profession. So your background may not matter, but you can choose to build for yourself and create a value chain. And just like I mentioned, there are a number of them. This aspect of outsourcing, outsources are also in categories. You could choose to outsource professionals. You could choose to outsource middle level employee. You could choose to also major in industry. You can also major in industry base. Thank God tonight course had also covered international. You could also look out for organizations that want to poach staff and employees internationally. We have a number of companies in Ghana, in UK, in US that are establishing branches and spreading their services abroad, maybe extend to Nigeria. They need workforce at different level in different countries. You could also major in international recruitment. And if you are known with it, you are on the way to, let me use Nigerian language, cash out on recruitment internationally. If you want to do local, you can start with local, depending on where you are and depending on what you are doing. There are training need analysis. It's one of the courses that you take. Your work may just be visiting organizations and identifying gaps, training gaps through performance evaluations. You could just major on performance evaluation and take more training in that, and you are on your way to become professional. But I will also advise critically that for you to have a leeway in this profession, you must also endeavor deliberately and intentionally become a member of a professional body like CIPM. CIPM, as far as Nigeria is concerned today, is its only regulating body established by law to regulate the practice of human resource in Nigeria. And by implication and by extension, now in UK, we have a UK branch now with affiliation with CPID, that's Chartered Institute of Personnel Development in UK. So if you're in UK, congratulations. Your certificate in CIPM can also qualify you for an upgrade in CIPD in UK. So these are some of the advantages you have and opportunities that are open to you as an HR, and you can start from whatever level that is comfortable for you. Challenge yourself, make up your mind to carve a niche for yourself in any of the value chain. I've mentioned a number of it. I've mentioned about training. I've mentioned about recruitment. And even recruitment, you can begin to say, okay, let me start with local. Start from your country. You can also extend to major. Begin to check out where are the companies that need international recruitment. For example, United Nations of this world, if you go to their site, there are international needs, human capital need, and you could be a handy consultant, making human capital available for new organizations across the world. And so there are quite a number. I want to maybe pause here, allow some few questions so that you will attend to specific, but this is just a general cap of this profession, a noble profession that every day I get excited for being in this line of profession. And I want to congratulate you again for taking this course and get inspired, encourage yourself to take some step further, acquire more certificate, and these are some of the requirements you need in CIPM. Your different level of training in human resource management. There are different level of training. Beautiful one you have done now, rounding up tonight. There are several training you will still do. It could just be on recruitment. It could be on training. It could be on performance management, various level of training. And you put all these certificates together and open a discussion with CIPM, and your certification begins at that level. Let's, Doctor, if you are there, you can, let's have some questions, specific questions, and I can see some questions. Okay, let's have some specific questions, then we can respond to them. Maybe some few questions. Doctor, are you with us? Dr. Zazie, are you with us?
Just a minute. I'll join you.
Okay, all right. Hello, sir. Yeah. Hello? Yeah, you want to say something? Want to say something?
Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be picking up some questions, just like before. Kindly take down your hands so that we can pick those people that are going to ask questions. Right now, hands are raised up, and I don't know why these hands are raised up. Just take down your hands so that we can go ahead. Okay, no problem. I'm going to take 3 persons, just 3 questions, and let's make it straight. If you have any question, please feel free to ask. Just raise up your hand and I will pick you up to call to ask your question. If you're on time, God. If you're on time, God, please unmute yourself and ask a question.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening, sir. In fact, this is a great lecture. Please, I just want to ask, how can one become a member of the CIPM and what are the things entailed to be part of it? Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I would like to respond to that before Emma comes in. First of all, details about all this is going to be made clear to every single student. We are going to send you an SMS. I will be inviting Mr. Emma and probably one or two other members of CIPM. We're going to make it a full-time seminar of 2-3 hours where every detail, all these HR routes and all the stages of CIPM, the number of years it takes, the requirements and everything will be properly spelled out. This 30 minutes might not be enough for all that. So Mr. Emmanuel may not be able to have the time to give you all that. So we are organizing a special event for every single student that have done HR training with us, right from inception, not just your set. We're going to send you an invitation to attend the seminar. Very likely the seminar is going to be free, most likely. And once you attend, you can be sure to get all the answers to all these questions. And we also want it to be streamlined in such a way that it will be easy for Mr. Emmanuel to respond to everybody. And we're also going to send you a form to fill. If you're interested in that seminar, so we know the number of persons that will be attending. And very likely you have a section where you can ask questions about CIPM, all the questions you want to ask. So before the seminar, you would have prepared all the information you need to dish out for the program. So I just want to say this because I know some other persons might have questions like this for us. So we might not be able to use this evening to answer all that. We just wanted to just pass out some few information to you about the existence of CIPM, the need, why you need to be a member of CIPM and things like that. Okay. Over to you, Mr. Emmanuel. Do you have anything to add? You can unmute yourself, please.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay.
I'm speaking not too far from the secretariat, National Secretariat of CIPM. I'm speaking somewhere around Ikeja right now. And one of the things I may likely do before I come out of Lagos is to have a discussion with Secretariat, and we could have a large house where officially the Secretariat will address some of these things. However, to just answer Ifyong, just like I mentioned, there are student route where you write exams in different stages, depending on your qualification. We have different qualification from foundation to intermediate, 1, 2, we have P1, professional level 1, professional level 2, and you are on your way to become an associate member. That is through examination. Then there is practitioner's route. Practitioner's route meaning that you have been an HR working for a number of years, not less than 7 years. And you are not going to be taken through examination at that level. And you will be taken through a number of training, certification expected from your trainings across HR related subject like what you are doing tonight, certified by an HR establishment that you have taken through HR trainings. And we put a number of certificates, no less than about 4 or 5 training categories in human resource management, different level of training in human resource management. And along with your documented credentials from the university and all of that, you file it in, and a board, the technical board at CIPM, we do an evaluation of your experience, your years, or I said it's not less than 7 years. You must have been working at management level or not less than level 10 if you are a civil servant to be able to qualify to join the professional body through practitioner's route. You will not write exams. You will just be taken through some number of training in form of workshops, seminars, and along with some certification you must have gotten, like what you will be getting tonight. That's why I would advise that if you are on this platform and you have planned to become a member of CIPM, please obtain this certificate. It will help you a great deal as part of the requirement to be. It's not enough to be a practitioner. You must also prove that you have attended a number of human resource related training, and that is one of the things for practitioners route. For students, you have to go through exams who have not gotten job experience, you have not worked like before, and all of that. There is also exception. If you are a master degree holder, there are exceptions where a first degree holder starts writing exam is different from masters. Masters will start from PE1. If you are a master holder in social science, you start from PE1, professional level 1. Then you write level 2, and you are given all things being equal, you pass your stages, you will be qualified to have your certification as ACIPM, Associate Chartered Human Resource Management. That is the level. Then we have for the guys in military, the guys in different fields, and you get all of this. And I think, just like Dr. have mentioned, I will make this arrangement before I leave Lagos so that we can have the corporate body of CIPM coming to do an official engagement with Plage so that we can roll out this information. And I think we do that as soon as possible, but I will try and tidy that up before I leave Lagos. So Eviong, I don't know if that answers your questions.
Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel. I want to believe that has answered that question. Let me take another question. Emmanuel Okoliko. Emmanuel Okoliko, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, good evening, professionals, and good evening, facilitators.
Thank you.
It's been a very interesting class, and I must say that I really enjoyed the entire session.
Thank you.
Will the link, the video recording to these sessions be made available to us, whether by mail or any alternative route, so that we can have for record purposes, and then like a compendium of the documents, course content, will it be put together and then made available to us so that for reference purposes? And then as an academic, for instance, I'm a lecturer. As an academic for some time, not really directly in the human resource, what are the chances of becoming a member, professional affiliate, professional membership now for a lecturer? Like you talked about people in military and all of that. Are there exceptions or whatever for academics, lecturers?
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. The materials are going to be put together. Any moment from now, you're getting a link. Just go to our website, click on it, and you can read up anytime, any day. In the next 1 year, 2 years, you can always go there to refresh your memory. It's going to be there for you. And for the Zoom, it's being recorded right now. It's going to be sent back to the class for the sake of those that probably have missed out in some areas right here on Zoom. And for those that couldn't join, because we are constantly hitting the 1,000 mark, which means that there are thousands others that couldn't join. So we're going to send the recorded version to the WhatsApp class for you to go through. And by tomorrow, likely the website link should be ready so that you can go up and read anytime. And as per being a lecturer, I think Mr. Emmanuel should talk about that briefly.
Yes. There is also a route for lecturers who are not human resource managers, but they are lecturers in social science. There is also a platform for you to becoming a member And depending on your background,
okay. It's frozen. I think we can.
I think he has a network challenge.
Yes, but I think it has basically answered your question that yes, there's a route for you. So when we are sending out information, you're going to get a text message from us that there will be a CIPM seminar. All you just need to do is to attend and get full details about it. The addresses, phone numbers, and all the processes you need to follow. But the basic answer you need is yes, and you've gotten it. So it's possible. Okay, thank you. Mr. Emmanuel Okoliko, have we answered your question?
Yes, you have. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let me call the last person. Helen Bakari.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Thank you so much for all that you've done. We really appreciate your efforts, sir.
Thank you.
So my question is this: for those of us that want to go into it newly, we just want to go into that field newly, as human resource department want to go there newly. Is there a way Mr. Emmanuel talked about maybe we can go for industrial attachment so that we can get a practical experience about it. So is there a way the organization can give us a letter to aid us in that aspect, maybe a letter of industrial attachment, so that at least wherever we take it to, at least it will be recognized that, okay, this person is actually serious about it and not just, I hope you get my question, sir.
Okay, now what we are going to do, this is what we call matters arising. I'm not making a promise yet, but we're going to look into it this night and tomorrow, and we'll come up with a decision. However, this is going to apply to only those that have our certificates. Have I made it clear to you? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, I got that. Yes, okay. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So, okay, let me take one more question before we call it a day. Aisha Nasidi, I want to believe this is not a Nigerian name. There's somebody else that is not looking like Nigeria. The name is not looking Nigerian. Aisha Nasidi, are you there? Okay. Kudio Aviku.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Many thanks, Doc, for this opportunity. A great course and a great opportunity. I want to find out, Doc, please, how many CPD hours is awarded to this program by La Plage? That is my first question. And secondly, speaking of the CIPM, have you got any affiliate in Ghana? Anybody you are affiliated to in Ghana as well? I'm speaking from Tamale, Northern Ghana, by the way. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I might not be able to say much about that, but for the CPD, this is not a CPD program. Yes, so we're not going to be giving you CPD points. As a matter of fact, from next year, we are looking at discontinuing anything CPD. As much as possible, we want to run programs that are Nigerian and that will become world-class, and people will start taking our programs to go and work in other countries. Right now, people are getting jobs with our programs, our certificates in other countries. So most times this CPD thing, we are downplaying it because it's more of a British kind of arrangement for accreditation and drawing criteria and whatever. We have very, very highly specialized bodies here in Nigeria and in other African countries where you can do any of the certification programs and you can excel anywhere in the world. The first thing is You as an individual taking this program, if you imbibe everything you learn, then add up your certificate with it. Then you can go anywhere in the world. Like I just told you, we have people working with this certificates in several parts of the world. In fact, just this evening, I got a call from someone sent in a testimony from the Kenya, Uganda, South Africa. They're just coming in. Canada, US, UK, people are just getting jobs. And it's not just the certificate that is giving you that job, whether it's CPD or not, it's your ability to really give employers, tell them what they want to hear, and prove to them that you know what you are saying. And also prove to them that whatever is in that certificate, you can stand and defend it. Then you get that job. Even in White House, you can get that job with this certificate in White House. If you can prove that the job you are being interviewed for, yes, you know the job. So that is that about CPD. So it's not a CPD graded certificate, but I can assure you that it's quite loaded. Just like Mr. Emmanuel was trying to let you know, it's a certificate that will make it easy for you to become a professional with CIPM, get into their professional route. And for Ghana, I will take my time to do my findings tomorrow, and we're going to send this information around everybody. If you're in Ghana, and if CIPM is in Ghana, Plage will make it possible that every student that has studied with us will be able to start a professional route with CIPM if you're in Ghana. And I want to believe that there should be something like that in Ghana, CIPM also. But just give us till tomorrow to sort that out. Okay, have I answered your question, Julio?
You have, Doc. I'm grateful. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Aisha Nasidi, I will just give you this last chance because when I asked you, you were not there. Okay. Please unmute yourself. I can't hear you, Aisha. No, no.
Oh, good evening.
Okay, good evening.
Hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear, over.
Okay, I'm Aisha Umar Nasidi from Nigeria.
Okay, good, good.
You said my name don't sound Nigerian. I'm a Nigerian, sir.
Okay, very good. Go ahead, yeah.
I'm already pursuing the professional certification via professional route for CIPM.
Okay.
So I heard the last speaker talking about connecting it with this professional body.
Yeah.
I didn't get him right. That time my link was poor. So I want more clarification on the nexus between this and CIPM professional body.
Yeah.
And how will that showcase me to the world?
Okay. First of all, Mr. Emmanuel is a chartered member of CIPM. Personally,
Okay.
I've done a lot of courses. I've done courses with CIPM when I was in UAC quite some years back. And Plage is running this training in partnership with Anwes Consulting, a recognized body with CIPM. So what it simply means is that once you are going for a professional route to CIPM and you tender the certificate, it helps to offload some, how do I put it? It makes it easier for you to come in. It's one of the certificates that they can recognize and say, oh, you've done a course in HR with this organization. Oh, they might even ask for the topics that you did. No problem, we'll send them to you. Or you just go to our website and get those topics. So those are some of the things. Okay. However, I think if you go through this video again, you might be able to get that part where he mentioned all those things. We're going to send a video to you in the class.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank
we
you.
Appreciate you, sir.
Thank you. As you can see, I cannot pick everybody's question. Thank you.
It's all right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I cannot pick everybody's question. Questions are too much to pick here, and 34 hands raised. So we need to start getting our certificates tonight. So we're going back to our WhatsApp group. Maybe the next 20 to 30 minutes, you'll start getting your certificates. Thank you very much. God bless you all, and hopefully send the Zoom video to your class. Good night, everybody. Good night. Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Good night, sir.
Thank you.
Good night.
God bless you.